string of garages right out here in the parking lot. One of the garages is the Jigger Shop garage, and in it were the pictures, completely destroyed. I mean, so gnarled up, whatever. And me being, you know, today I would have kept them, then gone, which is a shame, but that's the way it was. The building itself, folks, was shot. It should, with the exception of the new roof, it should have been bulldozed. If I wouldn't have been young and dumb, I wouldn't have touched it, not even close. Now, I'm a science guy. I was a science teacher and an engineering kind of guy, and I could see the possibilities, and I could see maybe what I could do and what I could have other people do. So I went about putting it together, and I'm still putting it together. I have never stopped in the 50 plus years that I've been there. And in those days, in the early 60s, in the middle 60s, it was a totally different environment here in Mount Gretna. I mentioned the fact that the Jigger building and the equipment was shot. Well, for example, this just comes to my mind. There was a gas hot water heater sitting in the corner right by the door, and there was no stack on it, and the gas fumes were just going right into the building. I mean, that's just the way it was. Where the old posts were from the previous building, there was just a piece of tin nailed over the floor on all the holes. They mentioned about the tables and chairs. Let me tell you something. They were shot. They really were in bad shape. And I tried to do the best I could with them. But the point I want to make about this is I'm saying that the Jigger Shop was in rough shape. So was the inn. So was this building. So was the gift shop. So was the post office. So was the theater. They were all on their last legs. I don't know this for a fact, but I think that when these buildings were built, nobody ever expected them to last. You could pick that lumber up like it was almost balsa wood. The life was completely out of it. We were absolutely lucky that it didn't fall down when there was a crowd in there. When I put the deck on, I set up a transit on the deck to shoot the levels. And from right where you go through the double door there at the deck to which would have been the end of the Jigger at that time, it was 11 inches difference in elevation. Well, one of the reasons was that one of the main structures under the kitchen was a stump. And it was holding everything up. Luckily, I was able, being a teacher, I had some of my shop teacher friends and people that I worked with who worked in construction over the summer when they were in college. Head Burke, many of you know Head. Head helped me out a lot. Bill Care helped me out a lot. Fred Talmadge, who was Bill's before Bill Care. So that's the way it went. I think when I bought the Jigger, there were, I think maybe 6 employees, no more than 6. Today we have 90. Now, please understand, that's many of them are working a 30-plus hour week, not necessarily a 40. If I want to hire the people that I want to hire, I'm willing to play with their schedule because I want people that have things going on outside of the Jigger Shop. If they have nothing going on outside the Jigger Shop, they they aren't going to have much going on inside the Jigger Shop either. I kept the W-2s, so I put a database together with all the past employees. And at that point, I think it was about maybe 6-8 years ago that I did that, and I had just about 600 at that point. Even though the place is totally different, they said, oh, it looks just like when I worked there. We have no intention of selling. We have no intention of giving any trade secrets tonight. We have no intention of giving any samples either. Nevertheless, it was time for me to step down. I thought for sure. I retired from teaching in 93 or 94. And I thought I would keep the Jigger for a few more years and that would be the end. Well, lo and behold, never expecting my son nor daughter-in-law to be interested, they did show some interest. 2009, we incorporated, and I don't even own any stock. They own all the stock. I'm not even an employee anymore. They have done an unbelievable job. They are, my daughter-in-law was a marketing major. My son was a public relations, communications major. We knew that if we were going to keep the Jigger Shop, we had to make it a business, a real business. And of course, all of you have been in there from time to time, and you can see that that's just about what we did. But it's very important to us that we keep it as in terms of the way it operates, even though you don't see behind the scenes. We keep it just the way it was. And hopefully, whoever takes it, when we get it out, that they will do the same thing. My son had a little saying, and I think it's kind of applicable. He said, we try to keep it looking like a Model A, but it has a Corvette engine. And if I have anything at all to do with the romance that the public has with the Jigger, well, it's humbling to me. Thank you.
What kind of ice cream are you using today?
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill ice cream.